Hey guys, welcome to another video here. We're doing something a little different today. Haven't done anything like this before. I wanted to do something, where I kind of show how to build a deck from start to finish. Done something a little like this before with our deck building demos, but in this case, we're not going to open packs. I really just have, some decks or some archetypes that I enjoy playing, and with the new bans and kind of the fresh new format, I figured this was a good time to just kind of see if this deck, or this type of deck can work out, and that is Izzet Control. So I'm just going to go through and do my very best to, make, kind of my take on Izzet Control and kind of show you my thought process, take it into some games, see what's working, see what's not, and then kind of show you like how I make adjustments from there. Obviously in deck building, you don't expect to get everything right the first time around. So knowing how to recognize what's not working and then realize what's and then fix it is something that is useful as well. The first thing I'm going to start with is the removal, since this is a control deck, or the interaction pieces. So the main ways for that is Scorching Dragonfire. I'm going to take the Eldraine printing because I like that one better. And then you also have the counter spells. So there are a lot of ways. Let's do counter spell. So Essence Scatter could be something that's useful, especially with all the creatures running around. So I think definitely running at least one or two copies of that. There's no longer need to run anything like Mystical Dispute anymore, since there's no Teferi's running around. Sinister Sabotage is a card to look at. I actually also wanted to try out Unwind. Unwind seems pretty powerful in this kind of archetype where we have lots of instant speed effects. And then, of course, Thassa's Intervention. There is also Ionize. Where is it? There it is. So all of these effects, look very similar. Or, sorry, Sinister Sabotage and Ionize are kind of what you would look at, and it's difficult to know like which of these is better. On average, I'd say Sinister Sabotage is better, unless you're really trying to be some kind of tempo deck. I've typically found Ionize to be not as useful. I used to run a deck where you ran Ionize and also Risk Factor in a control deck. So yeah. So this is a good amount of interaction to start. Kind of missing some kind of way to take care of like a lot of creatures. Right now this is all 1-for-1s, so let's see if there's like damage to all creatures or something like that. There are a few effects like it, I believe. Lava Coil might also be another piece of interaction that you might want. So we have, it's not Flame Spill, Flame Sweep, Gates Ablaze, which isn't very enticing. What else? So like Cosmic Wave, these aren't great. These aren't great. There is Mythos of Vadrock, which deals 5 damage to creatures or planeswalkers, but we need to be Jeskai to really make use of it. Yeah, doesn't seem great. Oh, then we have Storm's Wrath. So Storm's Wrath might be good. I'm gonna slot that in there. I might craft 1 or 2 of those. And then anything else? Oh, and then you have Chandra. Actually, Chandra, that makes more sense, actually. That Chandra is probably better than Storm's Wrath, since you don't want to, if you have Chandra in your deck, you don't want to kill your Chandra. So this is probably how you, Flame Sweep and Chandra are probably how you take care of groups of creatures. I don't think there's any way to do it, yeah, in dual colors, unfortunately. Yeah. Alright, so that seems, like a decent amount of interaction. Now we need to try and figure out how we get, how we kind of win in the late game, or how do we win the game, like some kind of win condition. So one of them is Chandra. Another piece that a lot of people use is Shark Typhoon. So Shark Typhoon's really popular. I'm not sure how many I want. I'm gonna stick 4 in, and we'll kind of make cuts later. But Shark Typhoon's a good one. Ooh, Voracious Great Shark might be a thing here. There's not a lot of artifacts, but just trading with a creature might be good enough. It's just a 5/4 flash. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. Might be time for the shark to come back. It's not play in the beginning of the format. So yes, we have Chandra. I also really really like is it Rawl? Rawl is a Viceroy, just because I have 4 copies of the special arena printing, since I played in the beta and got this. I don't know if I want 4 copies. Probably just want like 1 or 2. I think I want another. I think I'm gonna cut down the Shark Typhoon so I can run more Rawls. I really like Rawl as a card. And this seems like good enough for win conditions. I guess the other kind of thing that we could use is Brazen Bower. Because Brazen Bower is very powerful in terms of that it's a spell, that it is interaction with Petty Theft, but also can just play it as and it's also all instant speed. So it's Flash and Petty Theft is an instant. So with Rewind or just with being a control deck, it's pretty useful. Alright, and then we just need to provide some kind of card advantage or way to kind of get the cards that we need. So I'm going to look at draw. All of the effects that draw cards. So let's see. So like Opt could be potentially useful. That's always a good one. Don't want any of these creatures. Frantic Inventory actually is seen a lot. Let's put those in. And I think it's kind of replaced Omen of the Sea. We could run Narset. I'm not sure if this deck wants to run Narset though. It might. It actually might. Actually, I think it should actually run at least 1 or 2. Even though it's not instant speed. And then we could run like 1 or 2 copies of Chemister's Insight. Just because I like that card. Oh, and then I forgot about Teferi. I do kind of want to see if Teferi can work in this deck. Anything else that we want? Yeah, I don't think we want any of these, you know, Izzet cards here. I do love me some Hypothesis. But this is not like an Infinite or an Expansion Explosion deck. Yeah, so this seems pretty good. So I need to first get our lands in. So for that, we need Steam Vents as well as Temple of Epiphany. You could do Ragran Triumph. I kind of like doing Fabled Passage. Oops. Forgot. The cards filtering system is kind of weird in this case. Ooh, that's a weird bug. Is it a bug or is it just bad? It's just bad. Wow, that is weird. Okay. So then the issue is that we don't actually want 24 lands. We really want more than that. So I'm going to add in probably another Fabled Passage. Because we don't have a lot of 1-drops. Yeah, I'm probably just going to add another Fabled Passage here so that we can filter out our lands. No. I got to turn off auto lands. What did it take out? It took out a mountain. Yeah. Because we want 25 lands. 25 to 26 is usually the amount that you have for a control. Oops. I forgot I already have tons of its control decks on this account. We'll do Izzet control new. I don't know. Right. So then we want to make some cuts here. Oh, I also forgot about Castle Ventress. So we'll cut an island for that. Just a single Castle Ventress is probably fine. Don't want to get too crazy with it. So I think I cut a Brazen Borrower here just because I have enough, and I also kind of want to cut a Rewind. And then things get interesting. Whereas, like, what was the last card that we cut here? Could cut another Brazen Borrower. Could cut another. Actually, I think I want to cut another Rewind. Even though I really want to try out Rewind here, I think just one or two is fine. Especially since we already have so many counter spells. Because we really don't have that much to do with the untap besides like Thassa's Intervention, Frantic Inventory, or like Chemist's Insight, or like Shark Typhoon. So yeah, maybe just one or two copies. Yeah, so this looks pretty good. We have a decent amount of Planeswalkers. I think we've got 8 Planeswalkers. But like 2 of these are draw effects. Yeah, I'm wondering if we have too many draw effects. I mean, Raw is more like removal, and so is Chandra. It's really only these guys. I don't know. I might cut the Teferi. Decide that Teferi is just not good enough in this deck. But it puts Frantic Inventory in the graveyard and Chemist's Insight and things like that. Just looting is just good enough. Like if we have Flame Sweep against like a control deck, we just loot it away. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna take this into ranked, obviously, because you want to have real opponents here. This is the John Shovel. Let me unfavorite that. Because we're done with that video. By the way, go check out our by John Shovel video that I played. That's out now. Go check that out. Link in the description. So we're going to play a game of this and try and find the strong cards, the weak cards. I expect this one going to be either Teferi, or maybe we turn the Flame Sweep into a Storm's Wrath or something like that. Or maybe we decide Unwind is just not good enough. Alright, this hand looks fantastic. Exactly what you want to see. So we might decide a few things. We might decide like we don't have enough removal, and then we'll kind of cut like some things for removal, and we're just looking to see kind of what's happening. All right, Temple of Silence. This is probably a Black-White Doom or Esper Doom. Yeah, it looks like Esper Doom. Alright, so we'll let that resolve. They're taking one of these 3 cards. Probably the Narset, if I were to guess. Yeah. So that's not good. I would have loved to play that next turn. Alright, so leave it on top. Alright, I'm gonna play this Mountain. And if they don't play anything, I'm probably just gonna jam the Brazen Borrower. And just try and get my beats on, because the important thing about beating Esper Doom is just making sure to end the game. It's the big problem with Blue-Red, is that you have lots of control, but kind of struggle to win the game. Yeah, so we're not having a great time against this Esper list right now. Like, we have cards, but they're not going to be doing much. This is a Kaya. No. Alright. We still get to do our Shark Typhoon here, but we're not doing a great job of putting a clock on him. Although this doesn't get hit by Doom Foretold. Ay. That is not what you want to see. Alright. I don't think we have too many lanes here. Oh, Narset. That's fine, actually, because if they activate it, we just Scorching Dragon Fire it. Ooh, but that probably means they're casting something here? Okay, so they play Thought Erasure, they're probably casting it, and we'll just Scorching Dragon Fire the Narset, and they take our Scorching Dragon Fire. We're not going to Scorching Dragon Fire our own Shark in response to the Thought Erasure. And now they know that we have nothing, which is not great. Alright. We're going to play that, try and scry. That's actually very nice. That's actually probably one of the better things that we could get here. Alright. Golden Egg. So, cycling through their deck here. I'm probably just going to leave this. Oh, sorry. I'm just probably going to play it. So this is. Yeah. So we have to just. So they get a zombie or they get a knight here. I'm going to discard a mountain. So yes, they get a knight, but that's fine. Actually, a light. I'm going to cast this now. Play the Fabled Passage. I'm gonna play the island here just to kind of get rid of, conceal information. But Chandra here is nice. Can put a clock on our opponent here. Okay. They're shocking pretty aggressively, I guess, because they have the golden egg, because they can just gain 3 life whenever. And the nice thing now is that Chandra can't be countered, so like I don't care what they have here. We're getting that emblem onto them. Ooh, that's kind of funny. All right, I'm gonna play the temple here. I'm gonna bottom this island, and yeah, we're gonna jam Chandra here. Just tick it up. And there's no fear in attacking here. There's no way they can deal 8 damage. It's going to make our spells cost 2 more. What are they getting back? Are they getting anything? No. Yes, they kind of misplayed. I don't know what to say misplayed, but I don't understand why they felt the need to play the Elspeth Conquers Death there. The second trigger isn't... Like, it hurts, but it's not backbreaking. Okay. Because, like, also their Narset is exiled. They can't get their Narset back. Okay. Oh, they're probably playing their Dance of the Mance here. Yep. Oh, they wanna you know, get the spells cost 2 more or whatever, so that we can't do any kind of effective spell slinging, I guess, before they do their Dance of the Mance. Yeah, so they're doing Dance of the Mance here for a lot. So if we draw, actually, oh, and we have to sack, no, we have to sack, Chandra here. Yeah, I think we're dead. Pretty dead here. Yeah, so we have to sack Chandra. So, taking 16. I don't think this does anything. Yeah, we're dead. Cool. This is I've always had a problem with Esper Dance of the Mance just because I play decks that are bad against it. I'm not gonna count that, you know, as our game. Honestly, like, I don't think anything really went wrong there. Also, I don't know why I have Sublime Artistry or whatever it's called as the thing. I think I added that card in, you know, before I okay. This is good. I need to draw a 4th land, but I'm gonna play the Temple. I'm gonna keep Scorching Dragonfire because this seems like a creature deck with Sobbing Ground lead. Alright, I'm gonna pass here and keep up Essence Scatter and Frantic Inventory for Scorching Dragonfire. Drawing 2 Teferi's here isn't great. Alright, I'm going to take inventory here. That's not great. I'm actually not going to sack the Fabled Passage, unless I have to. Because I don't expect to be playing... Alright, that's fine. Yeah, so this is Temur Clover again. Alright, there we go. Fabled Passage. Sack it. Get a mountain. Sack this. Get an island. And I'm not playing around Mystical Dispute here. I'm just jamming Teferi. Yeah. Malutes. What do we want to discard here? Probably just Flame Sweep. And then after that, we can just like play Rawl. Yeah, actually Rawl, or sorry, Teferi fueling Rawl is kind of nice here. Edgewalled Innkeeper. Sure. Okay, let's loot. Probably just going to discard Teferi, actually. Alright. What do I want to do here? I think I want to play... No, I think I want a Scorching Dragonfire. I think I want a Scorching Dragonfire, the Edgewall Innkeeper, yeah. Yeah, so let's do that now, before they draw cards. And then we have Essence Scatter and Brazen Borrower. Sure, I'm gonna Essence Scatter this. I think I am. Yeah, so he draws a card. That's fine. And then we get to loot, and we're close to potentially... Let's discard Brazen Borrower, actually. Just so I can hit my next land drop. If I draw another land, I'll just discard whichever one I don't need. But we're very close. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Not close at all. 2 turn cycles, I guess, from ulting Teferi, but I don't expect that to happen. Yep, it's fine. So it's nice to actually build up the Teferi, since this can actually kind of make the Beanstalk Giants irrelevant later on. I think I'm discarding the Essence Scatter with it. No. No. I'm discarding like Brazen Bar or something like that. Let's discard... You know what, let's discard the Mountain. Because then we're just going to play Rawl and tick him up. Okay. Yeah, so here I take the Temple, put it into play, scry one. I guess I'll keep it on top. I don't know. Here I guess I'll discard. Yeah, I'll discard the Mountain again. So here they're probably playing Brazen Bar or bouncing something. Yes, they bounce my Teferi here, that's fine. They get to play a Beanstalk Giant if they, Alright, what is this? Okay! So what did we learn from this game? I think our deck is not the best Teferi deck. I think that's one thing that I'm learning, is I think I would rather that just be Narset, or just more draw spells, or more removal spells. I'm gonna cut one. I'm also gonna change this to Raw now. I'm gonna cut a Teferi and probably put in another Shark Typhoon. Maybe that's better. That or like Quench. I do like 2-mana counter spells. That are like Aether Gust. Or like Negate. Yeah, actually, maybe Negate. Let's cut Teferi for Negate. I know that seems weird, but I think having access to like that gives us a little bit of play against like Doom Foretold and also like Lucky Clover. So yeah, I think I like that. Just because drawing 2 Teferis there was so bad, and like once you have the 1 Teferi, like and the deck doesn't even really need it that much. It's more of just like a kind of nice thing for our deck to have. All right, this hand's fine. It's not great. I'm still thinking we maybe need 1 more land. Honestly, I might end up cutting the last Teferi for another land. This looks like probably Sultire's. Ooh, another Teamer deck? It's the Teamer meta all of a sudden? Okay. Not drawing another land here it would be rough. We have Frantic Inventory. Risen Reef. Okay. That's fine. Probably a replacement for Growth Spiral. Land! Alright. 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 What you got? Uro. This is an elemental, yeah. So it's probably, yeah, just a teamer deck that's trying to, you know, use Risen Reef as a Growth Spiral replacement. Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. I can Scorching Dragonfire that. I would like to Scorching Dragonfire that. This is a lovely interaction where it gets exiled because of Scorching Dragonfire. I love that interaction. That is my favorite thing in the world. And we get the... Okay. I think I actually have to bottom this, unfortunately. Maybe more in our deck. Honestly, that was so much fun. Honestly, I missed that. I miss playing with Scorching Dragonfire. Scorching Dragonfire, like, the fact that it targets Planeswalkers and Exiles, like, all in one package, it's been missing. Alright, there's an Elemental, so now I think I want to Scorching Dragonfire the Risen Reef to prevent further triggers. They could negate this or something. Wow, they Aether Gusted. I will not put it on top. Chandra here is looking very embarrassing because it only deals damage to non-elemental things. Alright. So there's Fabled Passage. This can go get an island. And then we can use this to actually cast Rewind and Shark Typhoon. So very nice. Oh! 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 It's disgusting! Oh, it's disgusting! Oh, that's disgusting! Please attack me! Bye! Bye, opponent! Bye. Goodbye. And now I think I can just tick up. Or, sorry, play Chandra and tick up. Actually, no, I could just play Teferi and hold up Negate. I like that better. So here Teferi is actually kind of showing off as being a 4-mana Planeswalker that provides card advantage. Here I can actually discard Chemist's Insight. Yeah, and hold up Negate. I'm going to attack here. So now if our opponent has another Ugin, we can just negate it. If they play any kind of good Planeswalker here, sure, that's fine. Target creature equal to the number of elementals. So it's going to deal 3 damage. It's going here. Okay. I'm going to tick up. We'll discard negate, probably. guess Thassa's invention is not doing us too much at this point. But it's kind of like the same thing at this point. Yeah.
Wish I knew that was coming.
Alright, let's go to my turn. And what do I want to do here? Whenever land enters the battlefield, you control 8 or more lands. Yeah, I think I have to Chandra this down.
Let's make this quick. I've got other things to work.
And then just get in there. Oh, let me loot with Teferi first. Alright, I'll discard a Thassa's intervention. Play Steam Vents and attack. So we're tapped out here, but if we untap with Chandra, oh wait. Does this work? So they're targeting my Chandra here, but if I phase out the Omnath here, yeah, it only takes 2.
Reaching my boiling point.
Is that big brain? Is that the 5-head play? It is. It's the 5-head play. And I can even on their upkeep bounce it, and then counter it as it comes back down. Let me just Temple of Epiphany here, just because I do just generally want to hit my land drops. So yeah, so I'm going to Petty Theft the Omnath back to their hand. And they could recast it here. If they do that, I think I can still counter it. Yeah, because they play 4, and then they have 3 mana up, and then I cast this for 2. Let's just cast it for 3, just in case. Booyah! Oh, they had another one! They had another one! Alright, it's fine. Alright, so we can play Narset here. Find, like, removal. Removal. Yo, I love how well this is working so far. They are on a 6-turn clock now. I mean, unless if they don't deal with the token. Actually, no, because we have Brazen Borrower. So yeah, unless they have a way to gain life. Teferi. Interesting.
Let's make this quick.
I totally forgot about Narset. And they had another Ugin in their hand. Wait. Why did they just Ugin? I guess because then they were dead. Yeah, then they were dead. Oh, man. Alright, we'll do one more game with this. But overall, I'm very happy with how this deck turned out. Yeah, I think... I'm still not sure on the Teferis, but Unwind there was fantastic. Right? Countering the Ugin and then letting us use Shark Typhoon. And I think 2 was the right number, right? Because then after that, it was just a 4-mana counter. Like, if we drew it later in the game, it was just a 4-mana counter spell, and that wasn't great. So yeah, I did like that. So these numbers seem pretty good to me. And, you know, maybe in another episode we'll work on the sideboard. His hand seems very slow. But it does have Frantic Inventory. You know what? Let's try it. Our opponent mulligan. Gas. Oh, and also we're on the play. So actually that should have been taken into consideration. Ooh, they're blue-red deck, just like us. Alright, Fabled Passage is good. Not on this turn, but next turn. Because we're going to go inventory. Ooh, another blue-red deck. Look at that, the blue-red mirror. Oh, just kidding. To each creature except creatures you control with flying. Renting inventory here. Draw a mountain. I could just Scorching Dragonfire. I'm actually gonna pay 2 life and pass. So here, if they play like another Sprite Dragon, I can just Flame Sweep it. Okay, I'm gonna let this hit me, because I want to do everything the end of turn. Yeah, let's just Scorching Dragonfire this. Infuriate. It's kind of weird. Okay. That's fine. I'll pass. And I can just Brazen Bar it back to their hand. Do I need to counter this? Nah. That I'm gonna counter. And then I'm gonna Brazen Bar this back to their hand. So here I'm going to draw 2 cards and try and hit my 3rd land drop. I did not. And here I'm just going to Scorching Dragonfire the Dreadhorde Arcanists, so I don't have to deal with it, or any counter spells during their turn. Oh wow, another Dreadhorde Arcanists. Alright. Okay. So they get to do See the Truth here, which is a big oof. Yeah. Alright, we get to draw 3 cards here. Finally good enough to get us our land drop here. Did I click that? No, I don't know why I clicked that. I don't know. I thought it was the mirror at first, but now this is obviously not the mirror. Alright, that's fine. Okay. I think I have to Flame Sweep here and hope that they don't have anything. Obviously they're going to, but there's kind of nothing I can do about it. Ugh. I guess I could have Brazen Bar. I don't know why I didn't Brazen Bar. Oh, well. They didn't have anything. Stormwind Entity. So here I'm actually going to deal with the Stormwind Entity because they don't have any good... Man, another one? Yeah, here I'm going to Rawl on the Stormwind Entity because Rawl's going to go down to 2, so unless they have a way to deal... or to deal an extra point of damage to Rawl, the Dreadhorde Arcanist isn't doing anything for us. Obviously, any like a single shock or something like that just wrecks us. Another Sprite Dragon is also not great. But they have to send both of them... Or sorry, they have to cast a spell or send both at Rawl. Yeah, so to me, this really recognizes that they don't have another spell. So here I'm going to cast Frantic Inventory a 4th time. 3rd time? It's gonna give me those. And it really just comes down to... Oh, I have to discard a card. I'm gonna discard Temple of Epiphany. I'm gonna discard Chemist's Insight because I'm not gonna be casting those. So I have to be really careful here because they don't have a lot of... Yeah, so I guess here I'm just casting Brazen Bar and hoping that they don't have any way to kill me. I guess if they just have like unsummons or shocks. I'm just not sure what they aren't casting. Yeah, it's unsummons. Alright. I mean, this isn't great. So we have 6 mana. We can just Temple of Epiphany and then like double Brazen Bar or like Unwind. So we're probably gonna bounce these two, yeah. So let's play this. Ooh. Let's bounce the Brazen Bar now. Let's bounce this with Brazen Bar now. Right? Is this an elemental? Oh, it's an elemental! I'll just bounce it now. Why is it an elemental? I'm gonna unwind this. Okay, I'm gonna Brazen Bar you. And hope to not die. They have to cast the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Aww. I don't think I can win. I don't think I can win now. Let's see. If I... Yeah, no, I can't win. I just fell behind too much. Yeah, this is a weakness of the deck, is that, alright. I'll give him the well played. Yeah, that's the main weakness of these decks, is that if you fall behind on board, you can just get wrecked. And Storm and Entity having... If Storm and Entity did not have the elemental... If it was not an elemental, this game would be over. Oh my god, that infuriates me. There's so many things that Chandra doesn't hit, unfortunately. So maybe that means I have to go upper roll. Yeah. Because I think if I drew Rawl there instead of Chandra, and it was because it was if it was 1 mana cheaper, maybe could have won that game. Yeah, and also maybe just like not running Teferi and running another Rawl and a Shark Typhoon. Maybe that's it. Honestly, I like that. So that's the final change I'm going to make. I'm not going to actually play that. It's kind of Chandra and put a Shark Typhoon. So that's kind of how I build the deck and kind of how I decide what's working and what's not. because there, I think there were ways that we could come back to that game if we had the correct cards, but obviously the quantities and kind of, which cards line up. So obviously, again, Chandra lines up very poorly into Storm and Entity, and so if you're going to be playing against the Izzet Tempo or the Izzet Spells deck, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be a reality, is that Chandra's not going to be able to hit that. Although it does mean we're going to need a sweeper. Maybe you do want a single Storm's Wrath. You could cut like a Brazen Bar for a Storm's Wrath. Let's do that. Storms. Oh, ruined my Storm. Come on. There we go. Yeah. So anyways, that's my take on Izzet control. And that's my process for building. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think take inventory was like super fun there. Obviously, again, this is not like that's going to be a top tier deck in my opinion. There's definitely a lot of weaknesses to this deck, but I enjoy this kind of archetype, so I wanted to try and see if something like this could work, and for the most part, it did. Right, I don't remember our record. It was like 2-2 or something like that, or 3-2. Played a few games there and had some positive win percentage there. Really only struggled against the Izzet deck and whatever we play. Oh, Esper Dance the Mance. So yeah, so that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit about my deck building process and kind of how you go about tuning or adjusting your decks, and by figuring out what's working and what's not working and what lines up well, what doesn't. If you guys enjoyed this content, go ahead and leave a like and comment down below. Let me know what you guys are doing with the new standard metagame after the bans. Yeah. Alright guys, see you next time.